Well, to be exact, Zach, you're not talking at all. You're typing something. You're typing words, which my sense of sight is stimulated by. And that signal is sent from my eyes through the nervous system to my brain, where my mind interprets that signal. So I am interacting with that signal, not you. I don't know you. And more than possibly, we'll never know you, because it takes a level of communication and a degree of honesty and determination that most people don't wish to partake in. But the point is, none of us interacts with objective reality. We interact with what signals that pass through our nervous system from our senses to our brain, where it is interpreted. And we paint the picture in our brain, and we interact with that. So I don't believe that objective reality can change, can be changed, although it allows us to see it as we choose, as each of us chooses to look at it, to see it. Most of us were never given a chance to see objectively. We were always taught or demanded that we respond to other people's thoughts, other people's ideas. We were told what life is. We're told how to live and how not to live, what is good and what is bad. I think from a sense of needing, we began to believe that we needed to respond, to behave, to interact, to absorb these thoughts. I am living what I have inherited. I am interacting with what I have inherited. I see things through my learning, and I make them what I believe they are. And I interact with them, and I react to them. Like you referred to some people in your comment, as if they would do a certain thing, things would be better. Well, unless you communicate with those people, then, and find out whether your assumptions or your assertions are correct, you are only making them what you think they are. You're seeing them in a certain light, a certain vein, and you're reacting to that without seeing it for what it is. I think of that quote or that saying where remove the log from your eye before you try to remove the speck from your neighbor's eye. And we, as a people, try to make everything in our image. We try to make everybody like ourselves. We're taught to do that. We're right, they're wrong. We have God on our side. These are all concepts that we've learned, that we believe, that are part and parcel of our subjective reality. I mean, if you thought about God as being God of all things, then God is impartial. God doesn't have favorites. God has no chosen people. To see God in that vein would make it humanized, would humanize the concept. But objective reality, as I said earlier in the first video, does not require thoughts, beliefs. It is nothing. Things are in our subjective reality. We say this is this, and we make it so, we prove it is that. But it is only what we believe it to be in our own minds, in our own subjective reality. Does it stand up to your thoughts, does your ideas, does your concepts, your beliefs, do they stand up to eternity? When we look at the caveman and we say it was primitive, it was a pagan, it was a savage. But how are we going to look 1,000 years from now? Just as primitive, I'm sure, if man progresses as it's progressed. But vainly we hold on to the thought that we are it. We see it. We know it. Anyway, the idea is to save yourself. The idea is to correct yourself. The idea is to deal with yourself. Not be concerned about what's going on around you. At least not until you have dealt with yourself. And not look for a verification that says somebody else says that you're it. But when you feel, when you realize, when you know that you have become enlightened, and there's a sense when you know that you're no longer concerned with pursuing things because you're already there. But to sit from this point and say, that needs to be better, that needs to be changed, that needs to be affected, is purely relating to your subjective reality. To believe that you can change objective reality means that you have an idea what that is. And then that makes it subjective.